soon.
Okay, gonna go see if I could change my venue. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, outside. It's so nice out. Hey, is that Esther? Hi, Esther.
Good morning, Trey.
Good morning.
Hold on, I'm turning you upside down.
Good. I like to be upside down. Good.
Yeah, so I don't know.
All right.
Morning, Trey. I mean, in all honesty,
So I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. If you need to talk to me during the class, if you can't hear me or you need to change something, you can unmute yourself and let me know if like this for some reason isn't working. Okay. Okay, now that I've muted everybody, you can probably hear a little better. Good. All right. Take a nice comfortable seat on your mat. Take a moment to get yourself settled in. If you can, close your eyes. Just take a moment. Allow the spine to be long and straight. Your shoulders can relax down your back. Just become aware of the breath without making any changes to it. We'll just take a few regular breaths here to settle in. Just bringing your awareness to the breath. Notice the sensation of the breath at this moment. Notice if you're breathing fast or slow. Without judgment, just let it be. Just become aware of the breath. Maybe you can notice where it is that you feel the breath this morning. Is it in the chest? Is it in the belly? Continue to sit up nice and tall. With each exhalation, you can relax just a little bit more. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Above any tension in the jaw, the mouth, the tongue. Allow the neck and shoulders to release tension. We'll take a few more breaths here just to settle in. And leaving the breath by itself, redirect your attention, bring it to the heart center. Take a moment there. You can set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. We'll open our practice with the sound of 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Loka samasta sukhinom bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. Namaste. Whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Take a moment, readjust the light in the room, wherever you are. Continue to sit up nice and tall. We're going to start with a few rounds of energizing breath. It's simple. You're going to bring the thumb and forefinger of the left hand to touch and just gently rest that in your lap. Right hand, you can let it face forward for a moment. Peace sign fingers are going to touch the center of the palm, and then you're going to turn the hand to face you. Only one nostril going to block today. So we'll be blocking the left nostril, inhaling for the count of 4, and then exhaling through the right nostril for the 8. So it's inhale 4, exhale for 8. We're going to do about 8 or 10 rounds of that. So take your time. If 8 doesn't seem feasible for the exhale, then lessen that. See how it works best for you. So we'll take a regular breath in. You can close your eyes, exhale completely. Now block the left side nostril and inhale from the right. 2, 3, 4. Exhale back to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remain blocked. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale. And exhale completely. The next 4 rounds on your own. After your next exhalation, you can gently release the right hand to your knees. Remain seated with your eyes closed and just take a moment. Just become an observer of the breath once again. And a nice natural breathing pattern. Good. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes once again. And we're going to lie back on the mat to get started. So this is a good practice in breathing in the morning. So it's an energizing breath. At nighttime, if you wanted to do something similar, you would close the opposite nostril. So you would close the right and inhale, exhale through the other side, the left side. All right, so lie back on your mat, find a nice comfortable position. You're going to separate your hands and feet away from the body, let the palms face up. Take a moment to get settled in. Good. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes once again. Take a moment just to scan the body. Allow every muscle, every organ, every bone in the body to just settle in. Feel the back of the head pressing into the earth, the hips, the backs of the feet. We'll take one more breath here. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the legs together. As you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch from fingers to toes. You can point the fingers, relax the shoulders, point or flex the feet. See what feels good here. You can alternate between the two. You can even interlace the palms and press them away from the body, drawing the navel towards the spine. We're going to move into a nice half moon shape. So keeping the hands together, start to walk them to the right corner of the mat. Find that nice half moon shape. You can go a little deeper. You walk the right foot and then the left to the right corner of the mat. A little deeper stretch to the left side body. Good. Gently walk yourself back through the center. Find the half moon shape on the other side. You can walk the hands first and stay there if that's enough. If you have a little more room, walk the legs to the left-hand corner of the mat. Good. Coming back to the center of the mat, you're going to bend the both knees, bring the heels close to the seat, and bring the arms alongside the body. Take a moment, settle back in. Bringing the knees in line with the hips, no wider. You're going to ground to the soles of the feet. As you inhale, gently press the hips up towards the sky. We'll take a nice easy bridge here to get started. If that feels okay, you could sweep the arms up overhead, lift the hips just a tiny bit harder. Press firmly into the feet. Engage the muscles of the seat. Good. As you exhale, you can bring the arms forward and lower the hips to touch the mat. We're going to do 4 more of those, nice and dynamic. You can use the arms with the breath. Inhale, draw the arms back behind you, press into the feet, lift the hips. Stay here for a breath. As you exhale, sweep the arms forward and draw the hips back to the earth. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, press up, stay. And exhale, gently release. Good. Keep the bend in the knees. Draw the left ankle across the right. Find a nice figure 4 stretch. Left hand presses the left thigh away from the body. So you find a nice stretch in the crease of the hip. Relax the muscles of the face again. Keep that spine nice and long by pressing through the back of the head. When you're ready, you can release the press of the leg and slide the hands behind the right thigh. Take a nice reclining pigeon. So take your time coming into this. We're just getting started. Allow the shoulders to relax. For each exhale, you can hug that right thigh a little bit closer to the body. You can use the left elbow to press the knee away. So you have a nice stretch through the left side piriformis area. Good. When you're ready to release, lower the right foot back down, spread the arms wide. We'll take a spinal twist from here. Allow the knees to fall to the left side, keeping the ankle across the right thigh. You can set your gaze over the right hand. When you're ready, you can gently lift the knees back towards the sky, and we'll switch to the other side. Cross the right ankle over, take your hand to mid-thigh, press the knee away from the body. Breathe into the crease of the hip. When you're ready, you can release and slide the hand under the left thigh. Take that nice reclining pigeon. Work yourself into it nice and slow. With each exhale, you find a little more space. Another 2 breaths here, wherever you need to be. Gently releasing the pose. Let the left foot touch the earth, and we'll take that spinal twist. Allow the knees to fall to the right. Set your gaze over the left hand. Remain relaxed through that left shoulder. Good. Gently coming back through the center. Release across the legs and extend the legs down the length of the mat. Bring the arms alongside the body. If you have a sensitive low back, you can sit on the hands and create support for the low back. Otherwise, keep the hands alongside the body. If you feel stronger today, you can tempt the fingers, bring them by the ears, soft bend in the elbows. As you inhale, lift both legs straight up towards the sky. Feel the low back press into the mat. Exhale, gently lower both legs down. You can let them hover a few inches above and bring them back up towards the sky. If this isn't working for you today, you can alternate the legs. So you can do the right leg, left leg. Good. Each time your feet come up towards the sky, feel that low back press into the mat and lower the legs nice and slow. So only allow them to lower as far as you can without letting the back peel off the mat. Just warming up some of the muscles of the core, support the rest of the practice. Good. Above any tension in the face, make sure you're breathing. We'll do another 4, 3, 2. Last one. As you bring those heels, let them hover for a few breaths. 2, 3, 4. Bring them back up towards the sky. Bend the knees and release the feet close to the seat. Extend the arms straight up towards the sky. You're going to lift the feet off the earth and find this nice dead bug position. Keep the bend in the knees and let the backs of the legs be parallel with the mat. So you wanted to, when you bring the legs in, you're not going to bring them any closer to this. So you're not going to bring closer to the body. When you're ready, extend the right leg forward. Let that heel hover above the earth and extend the left fingers back behind you. Draw the navel towards the spine. Pause. Come back to where it started. Switch to the other side. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Hold. So find that nice little hollow body. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Come back to the center. Continue to alternate at your own pace. So you don't need to hold it for that long if it doesn't work for you today. Focus on building a little more strength. Good. Take your time, nice and slow. Make sure you're not holding your breath. $50 more, don't worry. Just kidding. Good. 4 more on each side. 3. 2 more here. Last one on each side. Good. Come back to the center. Release the feet, release the arms. Hug the right knee into the body. Gently release. Switch to the other side. Extend both legs down the mat. Bring the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come up to sit. Take a moment. Readjust the seat. You can rock from side to side. Make sure the sit bones are even. And extend the legs out in front. If you need to, you can bend the knees if you don't feel comfortable having the backs of the legs touch the earth. Relax the shoulders, heart lifts up. As you exhale, start to sweep the arms forward and fold over the legs. Again, since we're just getting started, don't go so deep. You can keep the arms nice and long, or you can come down to the forearms. Pressing the backs of the heels into the earth, toes face up. Keep the neck nice and long, so set your gaze towards the shins. Good. When you're ready to release, extend the arms forward. Inhale, come up to sit. Exhale, sweep the arms back behind you. Find a nice little kickstand with the arms, fingers face the seat. Press into the heel of the palm, draw the heart up. Relax the shoulders down the back. Good. Gently releasing out of the pose, roll yourself back up to seat. We're going to come into a squatting pose. So you can bend both knees, separate the feet as wide as the mat. Take your time to come into this. If this isn't accessible, you can sit on the block or just maybe come into a nice low squat position. See if you can rock the hips from side to side. Just opening up that space right now. We'll do a few more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come into Malasana. Allow the tailbone to reach towards the earth. Crown of the head moves up. If you can, bring your hands to the heart center. Take a moment here. You can bow your head, take a look at the fingers, stretch out the back of the neck and the shoulders. Whenever you're ready, you can release the hands to the ground. Gently roll yourself halfway up. Come into this nice wide-legged forward fold. You can allow the body to sway from side to side. Release tension from the head, neck, shoulders. Keep that soft bend in the knees if you need to. And whatever feels good here. This posture is great for the nervous system. You can draw figure eights or just sway from side to side. Take another 2 breaths. Good. Gently settle yourself in the center. Let go of any tension in the upper body. You can just rock the shoulders from side to side. Crown of the head is hanging heavy. No tension in the neck. No effort to control the weight of the body. Good. Soften in the knees. Press firmly into the feet. Go ahead and roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Allow the head, neck, and shoulders to be the last to come up. Releasing the elbows. Bring the arms alongside the body, and you can heel toe the feet back to the center of the mat. Coming into mountain pose, take a moment, draw your arms alongside the body. So draw the navel towards the spine, stand up nice and tall. Feel the energy moving in all directions, from the solar plexus region up to the crown of the head, from the center of the earth all the way through the feet. Good. You can gently open your eyes. Take a few rounds of sun salutations, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Inhale, gently lift up, arch the spine. So press firmly into the feet, shift the weight forward. Engage the muscles of the seat and lift the heart towards the sky. As you exhale, soft bend in the knees, fold over the legs. Maybe you can bring your fingers in line with the toes. Again, let the crown of the head hang heavy. Keep the heels rooted to the earth, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to step the right leg back, take it to a nice low lunge. Take a moment. If you have issues with your knees and a low lunge is inaccessible, you can keep the knee off the earth. Press into the fingers, sink the hips forward and down, lift the heart. Keeping the toes tucked on that back foot. Go ahead and straighten out that front leg. We'll take a nice runner's lunge, nice and easy. You can stay up on the fingers. If you have blocks handy, you can use those as well. If you feel like you can stretch out a little bit more, you press into the heel and draw the toes towards the face. Fold a little bit over the leg. Coming back to that equestrian pose, bend the knee. Bring the hands in line with the foot and step back to a nice tall plank. This first round, nice and gentle. Press into the balls of the feet, root the heels towards the back of the mat. Let the crown of the head move forward. So again, finding that strength in the body. On your next exhale, you can lower the body, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga if you prefer. Allow the arms to hug the side of the body. Let go of any tension in the face. Take another breath here. On your next inhale, slide the heart forward, Cobra. Baby Cobra or upward facing dog. Releasing the forehead to the mat. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, draw the hips back. Coming into the highest point of this V. Ground to the thumb and forefingers. Keep lifting the tailbone up and back. Okay. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Point the toes. Don't worry about going so high. With control, you're going to step that right foot forward through the hands. Coming into the equestrian pose, opposite side. With or without the knee on the ground, it's up to you. Press into the fingers, lift the heart. Good. Coming into that runner's lunge, slide the hips back. Any variation that you took on the other side. Just imagine that that right hip is drawing back and the left hip moves forward. Again, you can press into the heel, draw the toes towards the face, fold over the legs. Moving back into the equestrian pose, soft bend in that knee. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, Uttanasana. Again, bend the knees if you need. Press into the feet, inhale, lift yourself up. Gently arch the spine. Exhale, back to the heart. We're going to do the same exact thing on the left side. I'm going to flip my mat because it's very slippery. Okay, good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, gently fold. Take a moment, come back to the breath. As you inhale, that left leg steps back, release the knee. Pressing the fingers, lift the heart. You can shake the hips a little bit more. Moving into that runner's lunge. When you're ready, draw both hips back, folding over the right leg. Any variation you took on the other side, the first round rather. Coming back to the equestrian pose. Step back to a nice tall plank. Good. On your next exhale, you can lower the body, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, whichever you prefer. Moving into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Press back to a downward facing dog and stay. Your next inhale, draw the left leg up behind you, point the toes. With control, you can gently step that left foot through the hands. Low lunge or keep the knee off the mat. Press in the fingers, lift the heart. Good. Coming into that runner's lunge, slide the hips back, straighten out the front leg. Whatever variation works best for you. Good. Coming back to the equestrian pose, bend that front knee. Step the back foot forward to meet the left, Uttanasana. As you inhale, lift up. And then exhale back to the heart. One more round the same way. One breath, one move. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, that right leg steps back. Release the knee, equestrian pose. Come back into that runner's lunge. Come back to the equestrian pose. Step back to a nice tall plank. When you're ready, you can lower the body, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Three-legged dog, right leg comes up behind you, point the toes. With control, step the right foot through the hands, release the left knee down. Good. Moving into that runner's lunge, slide the hips back, folding over the leg. Come back to that nice low lunge. Left foot steps forward to meet the right, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Left side, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Runner's lunge. Moving back to equestrian pose. Step back to tall plank. Go through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. With control, step it through the hands. Release the back knee down. Coming into that runner's lunge, slide the hips back, straighten out that front leg. Going back to the equestrian pose. Step the right foot forward to meet the left, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Adding on some variations, do the best you can to follow along. You can modify anything. If we hold a pose too long, feel free to break it whenever you need. Coming back to the top of the mat before we get started, just take a moment here. Close your eyes, bring your arms alongside the body. Again, feel that energy moving through the body. When you're ready, you can reopen the eyes. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up. Take a moment here, you can press into the feet, continue to roll the back of the heart towards the sky. Relax the shoulders. So engage the muscles of the seat. As you exhale, gently fold over the legs. Again, any variation that you need here. The crown of the head move towards the earth, tailbone lifts up a little higher. You can stay here for a breath with or without the bend in the knees, or maybe go a little further, grab hold of the backs of the legs. You can shift the weight forward to the front of the feet, keeping the heels rooted to the ground. Set your gaze towards the shins. Deeper stretch to the backs of the legs, just like we did in that seated position before. Good. Release the hands to frame the foot, soft bend in the knees, step that right leg back, release the knee. Take a moment here. You can keep the toes tucked or release the top of the foot, lift the torso and arms. Press into the top of the left thigh, relax the shoulders and lift the heart. So no pressure on that right knee if it's on the earth. If you want to test out that leg, you can press into the top of the foot and start to lift that knee off the mat, maybe even a tiny bit. Shoulders relax, back of the heart lifts up. Gently lower that knee back down, release the hands to frame the foot. Straighten out that front knee, come into that runner's lunge. If you're a little more flexible and feel ready, you can start to slide the seat back and sit on top of the right heel, coming into half Hanumanasana. Stay here for a breath or two if that feels okay. If a split is in your practice, you have the full sprint, you can move into that variation now and we'll stay there for another breath. Take your time, no rush. Again, we're getting started, so it's a little early. If this is not in your practice, don't take it yet. Good. Whenever you're ready to release the pose, take it nice and easy. You're gonna make your way back into that equestrian pose. Fingers in line with the toes, bending that front knee. Step back to that nice tall plank. Shoulders over the wrist, ground through the thumb and forefingers. Now find strength in the body again, so draw those triceps towards the body. Crown of the head moves forward, heels press back. Stay for another breath if you can. When you're ready, you can take your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Good. Ground through the thumb and forefinger, keep drawing that tailbone back, navel to the spine. If it's available, three-legged dog. Send the right toes up towards the sky. Take a moment, come back to the breath. You can stay here or bend that knee. Open the hips to the side wall. Good. Make your way back to that three-legged dog. We're going to prepare for warrior one. So set your gaze forward, soft bend in the knees, step the right foot through the hands. Pivot the left heel down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Readjust the legs as much as you need. Sometimes coming in from that downward dog, it's a lot deeper. So readjust. As you press to the blade of the back foot, square the hips off at the front of the mat as best you can. Nice and strong through that back leg, shoulders relaxed. Good. Another breath. Moving into a warrior two. Readjust the leg, open the arms wide. The left toes face the long edge of the mat, right toes face forward. Try to keep that right ankle directly over the knee. Try not to let it curl in. So bring it in line with the second and third toe. You can set your gaze over the left fingers, see that it's in line with the right. Nice and strong. You have the option to stay here or build a little more strength. You can begin to straighten out that front leg. Bend the knee. Straighten out that front leg. Rebend the knee. 3 more if this feels okay. Straighten. Gently bend. 2 more. Good. This is the last one here. And stay. See if you can find a little more space. Allow the hips to continue to sink downward. Heart still lifting up. Draw the navel into the spine so you're not collapsing in the back. Good. We're going to move into a side angle pose. So release the right forearm to the thigh and lift the left fingers up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders, stay. If after a breath you can go a little deeper, you slide that right hand to the inner arch of the right foot. Allow the shoulder and the knee to hug each other. So the hips aren't going to sway out. If you're pressing the knee and the shoulder to touch, you keep that nice long line of energy from one hand to the other. And then if you prefer, you can sweep the left fingers forward. Relax the shoulder. You can set your gaze up under the arm if that feels okay, or just keep it forward. From the side angle pose, whatever variation, reach those left fingers back up towards the sky. We're going to move into a side plank, but we're coming on to the left side. So release that left hand down just for a moment. You're going to step the right leg back, stack the feet. You can take a modified side plank if that works. We're on the other side of the body right now. Press firmly into the hands, keep reaching the hips up. Any variation, you can even extend that right leg up, coming into the star shape. Good. We're going to move into a lizard pose. So right leg is going to come forward. So if you're in the star, gently stack the feet. Release the right hand, come into a nice tall plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Take your time coming in. Doesn't have to be super smooth. Readjust whatever you need once you get there. So align the shoulders directly over the wrists. You can rock the hips back and forth. Good. If it feels okay, you can rock the hips up and down. So if you notice that my shoulders are directly over the wrist here, not under my face, I have enough space. I create that space by moving the right foot over just a little bit to stack the shoulders over those wrists. If you feel comfortable here, keep the toes tucked on the back foot. Roll onto the blade of the right foot and press the thigh towards the earth as you roll the heart up. So maintaining that strength through the back leg. You can lower the knee if you wish. Good. Gently bringing the knee back to where it started, back to that lizard. Step back to a nice tall plank. Take a moment here, come back to the breath. Take another vinyasa. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Good. Take a moment, come back to the breath. Shoulders relaxed, keep drawing those hips back. We're going to switch to the other side. Left leg lifts up behind you, point the toes, take a moment. If and when you're ready, go ahead and bend that knee, open the hips to the side wall. Good. Coming back to the three-legged dog. We're going to step that left foot forward between the hands, coming into a warrior one. Take your time to reset. Pivot that right heel down. Move the arms up nice and slow. Left knee over the ankle, shoulders relaxed, draw the belly button in. Good. Take another moment, come back to the breath. Good. When you're ready, we open it up to that warrior two. Cartwheel the arms open, nice surfer pose. Left knee stays over the ankle. Readjust the legs as much as you need to find the right position here. I'll turn back so you can see. And if it's in your practice, you feel comfortable here, you can start to straighten that leg, straighten the knee, and bend. Straighten out that leg, and bend it again. 3 more. Take your time. If this is not working for you, leave it out. 2 more. Last one. Good. And gently stay. See if you can find a little more space. You can widen that stance if that feels okay. The tailbone is still moving towards the earth and the crown of the head forward. Look over that right arm. See that's in line with the left. We'll be moving into that side angle pose in just a moment. Good. Releasing the left forearm to the top of the thigh, extending those right fingers up. Take a moment, see where you need to be. If it's in your practice, you wish to go a little bit deeper, slide that hand to the inner arch of the left foot. Try to avoid the hips swaying out to the side. So the legs stay as they are. Imagine your back is pressed into a wall. Back of the hands touching that wall. You feel okay, extend those right fingers forward. Good. Reaching the right hand up towards the sky. We're going to come into that side plank, so release the right hand to the floor underneath the shoulder. Good. Step that left foot back, stack the feet, stack the hands. You can modify this by dropping that back knee down, the right knee down. So any variation you took on the other side, take a moment, find comfort there. If star pose works for you, you can lift that left leg straight up. Good. Take another breath. Stacking the feet once again. If the leg was lifted, we'll move into the lizard pose. Release the left hand under the shoulder. Come into plank, and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So bring it nice and close to the edge of the mat so you can align the shoulders over the wrists. Rock back and forth, back and forth. Good. Take another breath. If and when you're ready, keep the back toes tucked. Engage the muscles of the quads on the right leg. Roll into the blade of the left foot and press that knee towards the earth. Lift the heart. Good. Gently coming back to the lizard pose, staying up nice and tall. Good. Take a moment, come back to the breath. We're going to step that back to a nice tall plank. One more vinyasa here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. You can always rest if you need. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Soft bend in the knees, you set your gaze towards the front of the mat. Step, walk, or float the feet to meet the hands. Forward fold. As you inhale, gently lift up. And exhale, bring your hands back to the heart. We'll do that again on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the left leg steps back, release that knee. Stay here for a moment, or you can lift the torso, press into the top of the right thigh. Take a moment, see where you need to be, get comfortable here. If your knee and the back of the foot, the top of the foot touch the earth, press into the top of the foot and lift the knee off the mat. So maybe it hovers about an inch or so. Continue to roll the back of the heart out. Good. Release that left knee down. Bring the hands to frame the foot. Slide back into that runner's lunge, half split or full split. Take your time moving in. We're not in a rush. Again, wherever you are, stay for 2 breaths or so. If you feel after the half split you wish to go further, go ahead and come into the full split if you know how. Again, this is your practice, so don't worry. You do what feels best for you. Take your time. Good. When you're ready to release out of the pose, somehow slowly come back to that equestrian pose. Good. Fingers in line with the toes. We'll step back to that nice tall plank. Take a moment, come back to the breath, find strength throughout the whole body. Going through your vinyasa when you're ready, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. If it's available, left leg lifts up behind you, point your toes. Bending the knee, open the hips. This time, if you wish to flip it over, go ahead and flip it over. Release the left hand under the seat. Swivel the hips towards the sky. Good. Make your way back to that three-legged dog. Control. And then gently we'll step that left foot forward. Between the hands, warrior one. Take your time, it's no rush. Set the feet right. Inhale, lift the arms. Press with the back of that foot. Square the hips and the shoulders with the front of the mat. Good. Take another breath. Opening up, warrior two. Extend the arms in both directions. Realign the feet. Good. Take a moment. See where you need to be. You can stay here, or you can extend and bend that knee, creating just a little bit more space. We'll do 3 more. 2. Last one. Come back to that warrior two. Stay for a breath. Moving into the side angle pose, any variation. Left forearm reaches the thigh. You can go a little deeper if you wish. If you have a bind and wish to take it, left arm comes under the leg. You can bring the right arm around, grab hold of the wrist, the fingers, lift the heart towards the sky. With control, if you have the bind, gently release, extend the right hand up, coming into that side plank. Right hand lowers down, nice and easy. Gonna come onto a right side plank. Good, stack the hips, the shoulders. Good. Gently releasing that left hand down, come into a nice tall plank. We move into lizard. Step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Again, create a little more space if you need. You can stay up nice and tall here, or this time release the back knee down. Press into the hands, roll the heart up, shoulders relax. The option is stay here, or you can go a little deeper. Coming down to the forearms, stay for a breath. Good. If you can, you roll onto the blade of the left foot. Press the left hand to the center of the thigh, press it away from the body. Just a little deeper. Good. Releasing out of the lizard. Come back to that nice tall lizard. Take your time. Tuck the toes on the back foot, lift the knee. Step back to that nice tall plank. Go through another flow if you wish, or rest in child's pose. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Good. Downward facing dog and stay. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you and point the toes. Option to bend the knee, open the hips to the side wall. If it's in your practice, you can flip this over, release the right foot under the seat, roll the hips towards the sky. Good. Come back to that three-legged dog. Lift up nice and tall. Prepare for warrior one. Shift your gaze forward, step the right foot through the hands, pivot the left heel down. Fingers in line with the foot, gently roll the torso up, lift the arms, relax the shoulders. Keep pressing that back foot, square the hips off. Good. Take another breath here. Opening up, warrior two, readjust whatever you need. So you need to readjust those legs from warrior one to warrior two. Create that space you need. If and when you're ready, we're gonna bend that knee and straighten it out. Take your time, nice and strong through the legs. Good, 3 more. 2. Last one. Come back up to stand. Take a breath here. We're gonna move into that side angle pose. So with a bend in that front knee, release the right forearm to touch the thigh, reach the left fingers up. This is enough, stay here. Or you can reach the hand to the inner arch of the right foot. If you have a bind, feel free to take the bind. Good. If you have the bind, you can gently release. Lift the left fingers back towards the sky. Lower the left hand under the shoulder. We'll come into side plank on the left side. So readjust whatever you need. Stack both feet. Lifting the hips towards the sky, nice and strong. Again, you can take that star variation if you wish. Restack the feet. We're going to move into the lizard pose. So roll into a nice tall plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Again, take the time to find the space. You can rock back and forth. You can stay here nice and tall, or release the back knee, the top of the foot. If you wish, you can come down to the forearms. Take a moment, see where you need to be. If you're on the forearms, keep pressing into the big toe, the mound of the right foot, hugging that knee towards the shoulder. If and when you're ready, you can press the weight into the left arm and press the right thigh towards the earth. Roll the back of the heart towards the sky. Good. Coming back to that lizard variation. Bring the arms into the shoulders. Come back to a nice tall lizard. Step the right foot back to meet the left. If you wish, another vinyasa, the last one. Lowering the body. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. You ready? Set your gaze forward, soft bend the knees, step, walk, or float. Both feet to the front of the mat, Uttanasana. Good, stay for a breath. If you feel ready again, you can bring the arms to the backs of the legs once again. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Tailbone lifts up nice and tall. Crown of the head moves closer to the earth. Try to keep those heels rooted to the earth and shift the weight forward. Good. If you're holding onto the backs of the legs, gently release one arm at a time. Bring the hands in line with the feet. If the feet are together, just heel toe the feet out a little bit to bring them underneath the hips. Soft bend in the knees. As you inhale, come up through chair. So you drop the seat back, gently roll the arms up. Now press firmly into the blades of the foot like you want to shred that mat in half. Good, protecting the lower back, relax those shoulders, find strength. Continue to press into the feet, lift yourself all the way up to stand and release the arms by the side. Good. Take a moment, come back to the breath. Bring the feet back together at the top of the mat. Release your arms by your side. Take a resting breath here. And move into a triangle pose. From the top of the mat, step that left leg back. Again, press off the blade of that back foot. Let the left toes face towards the long edge of the mat. Right toes face forward. Keep the legs straight. So the hips are squared, shoulders are over the hips. Extend the arms out to the side. Set your gaze once again over the right fingers. Inhale, tip the fingers gently up. Exhale, shift the right hip back and reach forward across the top of that right foot. When you're ready, you release the hands to the shin. Extend the left fingers towards the sky. Try not to collapse on this right arm. You don't even need it. So you're pressing firmly into the feet, engaging the muscles above the knees that help keep you there. If you feel stronger, extend the left fingers towards the front of the mat too, and turn your heart to the sky. If you feel strong here, right hand comes up to meet the left like you're holding onto a beach ball. Release the right hand back to the shin. Inhale, gently lift yourself back up. Bring the right hand to the waist. We're going to revolve this triangle. So you can step that left foot forward a little bit if you need. Extend the left arm towards the sky. I still have my foot on a 45-degree angle. It's not as deep as it was earlier. Whenever you're ready, take it across the body. You can rest your hand on the shin if you don't have anything to hold on to, or a block by your side, or release the left pinky to the right pinky toe. Keep your gaze there for a moment, hips squared with the earth. And if you feel comfortable, extend the right fingers towards the sky, feeling the heart open. If you find comfortable there, you can set your gaze up the wall, or maybe look up at that right thumb. Good. When you're ready to release, set your gaze back down towards the right foot. Bring the hand to the hip. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Cartwheel the arms open. Pivot all 10 toes to face the long edge of the mat. Bring the hands to the waist. Press firmly into the feet. Inhale, draw the heart up. Exhale, shift both hips back in one line. Come down nice and slow, halfway. Hold. If you can continue to go further, release the hands under the shoulders, or maybe grab hold of a chair. Take a moment, come back to the breath. Pressing firmly into the hands, draw the shoulders back down the back. Let the tailbone move towards the back and the crown of the head forward. So you find length in that spine once again. Good. We're going to take a little spinal twist here. So take the right hand, weave it under the left. Maybe you can grab hold of the shin, the back of the calf. Maybe you can grab the ankle. If that feels okay, just hold on and extend the left fingers towards the sky. If it feels okay, you can fold over that left leg. If you wish, you can take that left hand, reach around, grab the inner blade of the right thigh. Turn your heart towards the sky. Good. When you're ready to release, if you have a bind, gently let go, extend the fingers up. Lower the left hand back to the earth, come back to the center. Switch to the other side, find that nice flat back. Slide the left hand under the right, grab hold of whatever you can. Even if it's a tiny little twist, don't worry about going so deep. Grab hold of whatever you can and maybe reach the right hand up towards the sky. See how you feel there. You can go a little deeper, you fold over the right leg. Maybe reach around, grab the inner left thigh. So take your time grabbing hold of that if that's where you wish to be. Good. If you have the bind, gently release, extend that hand up, lowering it back to the earth, come back to the center. Come back to that nice flat back, shoulders over the wrist. Take a moment here. Sliding the hands back to the waist, pressing into the feet to help keep you here. Inhale, press yourself back up to stand. Moving to triangle on the opposite side, turn the left toes towards the back of the mat. Take a moment, readjust the legs if you need. So the left heel could be in line with the inner arch of the right foot, or maybe line up with the heel. Extend the arms out. Shoulders relax. Determination, set your gaze on those left fingers. Nice and strong through the legs. That's the foundation, the feet and legs, foundation of every standing pose. Whenever you're ready, inhale, tip the left arm slightly up. Exhale, you can shift the left hip back, reach forward. Whenever you're ready, bring your fingers to touch the shin. Right fingers towards the sky. Take a moment, see where you need to be. Again, nothing in that left shoulder, no tension there. You don't even need that arm to support the body. Maybe your gaze is at the wall or up at the right thumb. If you don't need to hold on, first extend that right arm forward, reach towards the back of the mat. And maybe that left arm comes forward. Good. Gently lowering the left hand back to the shin. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Gently lift up the torso and arms. Moving into that revolved triangle, left hand comes to the waist. You can step that back foot forward just a little bit to turn the hips towards the back of the mat. Right arm reaches up. I have a 45-degree angle on that back foot, squaring the hips to the center of squaring the hips and the shoulders towards the back of the mat. Start to reach that right hand across. You can use a block here. You can stay up nice and tall. Set your gaze on your fingers or the toes. And when you're ready, peel the left arm up towards the sky. If this is enough, stay. If you feel okay, look up the side wall or set your gaze up towards that left thumb. No tension in the face, the shoulders, relax. Keep thinking of finding the cobra with that upper spine. When you're ready to release, gently lower your gaze back towards the left foot. Bring the hand back to the waist. Press firmly into the feet. Inhale, cartwheel both arms up. Open the arms wide. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of the mat. One more time, Prasarita. You can keep your feet nice and wide. Press firmly into the feet. As you exhale, start to fold over the legs. Find that nice flat back to start. Release the hands if you feel comfortable there. If you can go a little deeper, maybe you walk the feet out just a little bit more. If you have an inversion in your practice and you wish to take it, you can go ahead. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Otherwise, you can repeat the spinal twist on both sides. If you want the headstand, walk the heel of the palm towards the long edge of the mat. So you're lining up the fingers maybe with the toes. If you have enough flexibility, the crown of the head can touch the earth and the tailbone lifts up. So keep that bend in the elbow. Allow it to face the back wall. Then if you feel comfortable there, pressing into the hands, you straddle the legs up, bringing them together. When you're ready to release, separate them, come back nice and slow to where you started. So whether you're there or in the spinal twist, you can pick either side, decide where you wish to be. We'll stay here for another 2 breaths. Good. If you took the spinal twist, you can gently walk to the other side. Take your time. Good. Wherever you are, if you're in that twist, gently release. We'll all meet with a nice flat back. So walk your hands under the shoulders, press in the feet, slide your hands to the hips. Inhale, gently lift yourself back up to stand. Good. Heel toe the feet slightly in and take a big step to the front of the mat. We're going to come down to the mat now. You can take a vinyasa or just sit down. So as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, you can step, walk, or float the feet to the back of the mat. Nice tall plank. Good. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you wish. Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog and stay. Take a moment, come back to the breath. We're going to come to a seated position. If you want, you can jump the legs through the hand, or you can just walk the feet forward. So from here, you can tent the fingers, or come up onto some blocks, bend the knees, and jump the feet forward. I was going to kick this fire pit, so I decided not to go through. All right, sit up nice and tall. Again, rock the hips from side to side just to make sure it's even. Good. Before we come into the shoulder stand, we'll take a forward fold, either bending the knees if you need to. You can rest the chest on top of the thighs, or keep the backs of the legs touching, heels press into the earth, toes face up. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs. A little bit deeper than you did earlier on if you have it right now available to you. You can take the peace sign fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Take a few breaths here to settle in. Setting your gaze at the shins for a moment so the crown of the head moves forward. Let go of any tension in the shoulders, the face, the neck. Focus on breathing through the base of the spine. With each exhale, you can relax just a little bit more. You can find a little bit more space. Maybe you can rest the forehead on the shins. Again, breathe through the back side of the body. You might feel a nice stretch through the back side of the legs. Just relax into the breath for a moment. Whenever you're ready to release, extend those arms forward. Inhale, press yourself up to sit. Release the arms by the side. We're going to come to lying on the back. You can either just roll yourself back or extend the arms forward and gently lower yourself down, curling yourself out nice and slow. Once the body comes to touch the earth, take a resting breath there. Separate the feet as wide as the hips. Let the arms fall away from the body. Press into the back of the head so you can draw the chin parallel with the chest and take a moment to feel the muscles and the bones settle in again. Just a brief realignment. We'll be moving into the shoulder stand. Shoulder stand's not in your practice. Take a sleeping tiger, just extending the legs and the arms up into the sky. So you'll look like a nice dead bug. It's an excellent posture to revitalize the body, makes it easier on the heart, revitalizes the legs. If and when you're ready, bring the legs back together. You can bring the arms alongside the body. If you need a little momentum, you can gently swing the legs up and back, grab hold of the low back. So even if the feet start off by pointing back, you can readjust the arms, walk the elbows closer to the midline of the spine, and walk the hands higher up on the back. So you're propping yourself up on the shoulders and the backs of the arm. No tension in the neck. Try to avoid moving your head from side to side. So allow the energy to move up through the feet. If you can, close your eyes here and try to become very still. You might notice that it's a little challenging to breathe here. That's okay. That's normal. Take in small sips of air. Drawing that air into the belly. You can feel that belly, the abdomen rise. Take another 2 breaths. If you're in the sleeping tiger, feel free to stay or you can release at any time. You can even release and come back. From the shoulder stand, if it's available, we'll try a little spinal twist here. It's gentle. If this doesn't work for you, you can either take a regular plow or just roll yourself out of the posture and wait. If you can, you're going to bend both knees and gently lower the knees towards the right shoulder. Even if they don't reach, it's okay. So both shoulders still pressing into the earth. Just tiny little twist. Back of the head still touching. My gaze is still up. And you can gently corkscrew those feet back up towards the sky. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So start to bend the knees together. Keep the feet together. Lower the knees towards the left shoulder. Readjust the arms if you need. Gently corkscrew those feet back up. If it's available, we'll take that 2 more times on each side. So gently bend the knees, touch down on the right. Gently come back to the center, over to the left. 1 more on each side if you wish. Take your time, no rush. Back to the center. Last time on the left. Back to the center. And if it's available, move into the full plow. You can either lower the straight legs back behind the head, take your time. If you need to, bend the knees and just draw the knees to the forehead and let them rest there. If the feet touch the earth, you can curl the toes under. Readjust the body so you're still in the backs of the arms, back of the head, no tension in the neck. If the toes are curled under, you're pressing the heels back. You feel a lengthening through the backs of the legs. Good. When you're ready to release out of the pose, extend those arms down the length of the mat. Slide the feet halfway up the wall behind you and lower yourself out 1 vertebrae at a time. So you're just uncurling the body. Take your time, nice and slow. Once the sacrum touches the earth, allow the legs to lower even slower, just like you did with those legs in the beginning of the class. slowly lower, hover above the earth, and then release. Good. Separate the arms away from the body, feet as wide as the hips. You can rock the hips from side to side. Take a breath here. Go of any tension in the body. Press through the back of the head, long spine. We'll move into the fish pose next. So whenever you're ready, bring those legs back together. You're going to draw the arms alongside the body, start to rock back and forth and hide the arms completely. So the thumbs touch, elbows come closer together. Take a moment here, see how you feel. So the legs are together, just enough tension to keep them there, but not too much tension. As you inhale, press firmly into the elbows and lift the heart towards the sky. If you have a sensitive neck, you can just keep gazing up or maybe look towards the toes. If your neck feels nice and strong and healthy, you can look back behind you. You can gently lower the crown of the head to touch the earth. And take a few breaths to the center of the chest. You can stay here in this variation, or if it's in your practice to extend the arms and legs, you would release the arms from underneath your body, stay up on the crown of the head, bring the arms to prayer in front of you, and then lift the legs up about 45 degrees. Good. You can add a breath of fire if you wish. Wherever you are, gently releasing out of the pose. Tucking the chin in towards the chest, release the head, neck, and shoulders with control. Here we're just going to draw the right knee into the body. Take a moment, give it a nice deep squeeze. Allow the low back to release any tension here. Release the right leg. Inhale, draw the left knee into the body. Give it a nice big squeeze. Good. When you're ready, extend the left leg down the mat. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, gently rock yourself up to sit. Good. That's not happening. You can roll to one side and meet us in a seated position. Good. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. From here, we're going to come onto our bellies. So you can bring the hands over to one side of the body and just rock yourself. Just sweep the legs behind you and come onto your abdomen. Good. Take a moment. You can prop yourself up in a Sphinx pose if that feels okay. Drawing the elbows underneath the shoulders, tops of the feet touch the earth. Separate your feet just a moment to the edges of the mat. As you press into the elbows, spread the fingers wide, relax the shoulders. So you're drawing the heart through the arms, no tension in the face. Take a moment, stay here. If you wish to go a little further, you can press into the hand, lengthening through the arm. Relax the shoulders still. If you wish, walk the hands back gently. Come a little closer to the body. So allow the pubic bone to remain on the mat, shoulders relaxed, tops of the feet press into the earth. Maybe you're lifting your gaze in line with the chest. Good. When you're ready to release, gently lower yourself back down to Sphinx to start. Good. Create a soft pillow. Rest the right side cheek on the hands, and you can rock the hips from side to side. The feet are still wide, letting go of any tension here. Good. You can repeat that same posture, where this time maybe you bring the legs together. You can lower your chin to touch the earth and bring the arms back behind you. So if you're here, maybe the palms are facing up. You can press into the tops of the feet. You can extend the arms back behind you. As you inhale, just peel the heart off the ground. Fingers are reaching towards the back of the mat. Tops of the feet and pubic bone touch the earth. Good. When you're ready to release, gently lower yourself back down. You can keep the arms behind you or again create that soft basket. Resting on the left side cheek, side of the head, whatever feels good. Now if the legs are together, big toes touch and let the heels fall to the side. Again, breathe into the low back, let go of any tension there. We're going to repeat that variation once again if that feels okay. Again, you can always take a Sphinx pose. So bring your chin or the forehead to touch the mat. Bring the heels back together. This time, if you wish, you can peel the arms and the legs off the mat. So you can keep the legs together or slightly separate them if that feels better for you. As you inhale, peel the chest, peel the thighs, both fingers and toes reaching towards the back of the mat. So you look like a boat. Good. Keep reaching back, heart lifts up. Relax the shoulders. Good. When you're ready to release, gently lower yourself down, nice and steady with control. Take a resting breath here. You can repeat any of the options we just did, or you can try for a bow pose. So if the feet are separate, maybe you want to walk them back together. Bring your chin or forehead to touch the mat. Bend both knees and reach back, grab hold of one foot or ankle at a time. Take a moment here, readjust. So once you're grabbing hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles, let those shoulders relax. Come back to the breath. On your next inhale, you can gently kick the feet into the hands, peel the thighs and the chest off the mat. If it feels good here, you can rock forward and back. Good. If it feels okay, you can roll to one side. Then resume that bow. Once you roll to the side, find that bow pose again. The thighs peeling away, the heart lifting up. And roll back to bow. Good. Over to the opposite side, whichever side you did not yet take. Find the consciousness of the bow once again. Gently lift yourself back up into bow and stay. If it's available, just release the tops of the feet, sweep the arms forward, skydiving pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently release. Resting the right side cheek on the mat, keep the bend in the left elbow and draw the left knee towards the elbow. Go ahead, extend that right arm down the length of the body. So the right palm faces up. This is a pose where you can completely surrender. Let the hips, the shoulders, the heart, whatever you feel touching the ground, just let it rest nice and heavy. Take another breath here. When you're ready to switch to the other side, gently extend the left leg down the mat. Draw the left arm behind you, palm faces up. Turn your head so that you can rest on the left side of the face. Bend the right elbow and the right knee. Good. So you look like that cartoon where they draw chalk around the body. Let the entire body sink into the earth. Let it be nice and heavy. Release tension from the low back. Good. Whenever you're ready to release, you can gently extend the right leg back behind you. And then press your chin into the mat again. Extend the legs down the body. Just for a moment, if you want to watch, I'm going to show you this is our last spinal twist before the relaxation. But we're taking it from a prone position. So extend your arms out into a nice T shape. You're going to bring the legs together. Press into the top of the left foot. Inhale, draw the right leg up behind you. So all the pressure is on the top of the left foot. Then bend the knee and drape that foot across the body. So the right hand you're pressing into the earth, help it to roll the body onto the left shoulder. So now you're stretching the shoulder, you're stretching the hip, the back. You can stay here if this is enough for you. Maybe you want to try grab hold of that right foot. A little bit of a deeper stretch. Whenever you're ready, come into this pose. If you're not already, take your time. You don't have to reach the foot for the hand. This is an excellent pose for runners. Good. When you're ready to release, you can gently roll back onto your abdomen. Take a moment, reset. Bring the chin to touch the mat. Expand the arms in both directions. Press into the top of the right foot. Inhale, draw that left leg up. Energy moving through the toes, nice and strong through both legs. Bend the knee, drape it over the body, as much as you feel comfortable. So use this left hand. You can bring it closer to you. Grab hold of the left foot if you wish. So you use that left hand to help roll onto the right shoulder. Shoulder stretch, spinal twist. Let the head gently rest. Good. One more breath. Whenever you're ready to release, gently roll back onto your belly. Take a moment, come back to the breath. And slide the hands under the shoulders, press the forehead to the mat. We're going to make our way back into a wide-legged child's pose. So start to shift the weight back. Once you come up onto the hands, you can separate the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch, and you can lower your sit bones to the tops of the feet, to the heels rather. Press into the hands. So once you're here, let the belly fall through the legs. Let go of any tension in the low back. Relax the head, neck, shoulders. We'll take 2 long breaths. Good. If and when you're ready to release, you can gently roll yourself back up to sit. Take a moment, find a nice comfortable position. Shift the weight to one side and extend the legs down the mat. Good. We'll take one more forward fold in the final relaxation. So come into staff pose, Dandasana, press into the seat. Inhale, lift up the arm. Exhale, roll forward, heart to the tops of the thighs. Again, take another breath here. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Whenever you're ready to release, gently extend the arms forward. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, sweep the arms forward and continue roll yourself back onto the mat. Once you settle in, separate the feet as wide as the hips or slightly wider. Press into the back of the head, lift the shoulders and settle them back down. Nice long spine. Take a couple of moments here to see what else you need in order to relax. You can rock the hips from side to side. You can hug the knees into the chest. Take a few moments to do whatever it takes to get comfortable. A final relaxation pose. Whenever you feel yourself ready to settle in, just let the body become still. You can mentally scan the body using the breath. Check in with the body, see what's going on. If you feel tension being held in any space of the body, just focus the breath, send the breath there. Take a mental note, each point of contact where your body is now touching the earth. Feeling the backs of the heels, the seat, the shoulders, the backs of the hands, and the head. Take a moment. Just let those spaces settle in nice and easy. You have the full support of the earth below you, keeping you grounded, keeping you whole. With each exhale, just sink a little bit deeper. You can leave the body by itself to relax. Allow the breath to settle in. If you notice that your mind starts to wander off during your relaxation, just bring it back. Don't worry about clearing your mind. Just become a witness to the thoughts if they do arise. You acknowledge them and let them go. Allow the body to remain relaxed. Breathe in and out of the heart center. Remember that dedication, the intention you set for your practice today. Use your imagination. Take a deep breath in from every pore of the skin into the center of the chest, filling the heart with light. As you exhale, exhale out through every pore of the skin. One more time, inhale. And exhale fully. Invite some easy movements into the wrists, the ankles. Whenever you feel ready, you can draw the legs together. And inhale, lift the arms up overhead. You can interlace the hands, press the palms away, and slide the heels towards the front of the mat. As you do so, pull the belly button towards the spine. Find length of the whole back side of the body. Whenever you're ready to release, you can gently hug both knees into the body. So sliding the hands around the shins, the arms, or whatever feels good. Just take a moment here. You can either rock from side to side or draw some circles with the knees. Let go of any tension in the low back. If you're drawing circles, make sure you reverse those circles. Whenever you're ready, you can release the feet to the seat. And we'll curl up to a fetal position on either side. So take your time to roll over. You can use your arm to rest your head. Here, you're just going to allow the body to reset for a moment. You can try to keep your eyes closed. And with your eyes closed, you can gently press yourself up to sit. Take a moment to reset. Find a nice comfortable seat, wherever that may be. Again, press into the seat. Relax your hands on your knees or your lap. Find that nice long spine once again. Let the energy move freely. With gratitude, we'll end our class with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Take a deep breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Have gratitude always. Namaste.